All right, what is up? We are live. Obviously, the stories today are Elton Sawyer. Of course, I came out and said that they missed the call. That was after he confidently said Sunday night that they got the call right. They had looked at it and they thought that they got it right. He came out today and said that they missed the call after he looked at it a few times, which why I don't know, man. Like I think two things about it. On one hand, I'm glad he was honest about it and told the truth. On the other hand, I'm upset at the level of incompetence because I was like, NASCAR has more data to go over and analyze than NASA had when they went to the freaking moon. So for them to get that call wrong, and that the whole reason I made that 15-minute long freaking short movie or whatever on Monday was because I was like, if NASCAR said it was good, they obviously have some SMT data that we don't know or we can't see. But for him to come out today and say, yeah, we got it wrong. Oh, shucks, guys. Like that, to go on top of the other incompetent things, the Kyle Busch caution, them throwing the caution for the wet weather tires, that just reeks of just poor management. NASCAR doing a terrible job running the show. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's just, it's really not a great look for them. And then Denny Hamlin on social media basically came out and said, yeah, I jumped the restart, deal with it. So apparently now Denny Hamlin thinks himself that he jumped the restart. So he admitted it too. I don't know. Get over it. I think he didn't say deal with it. He did say deal with it. And then I also think he said get over it. Hold on. I've got the, let me not misquote him. I've got it actually saved here. So let's see what he actually had to say about it. Let's see. And Elton Sawyer's was a clip from Sirius XM. So here's what Denny Hamlin had to say about it. I sure wish on Twitter, I sure wish X or whatever it's called now, sure wish someone would come out with a new paint team or something. Ain't y'all tired of talking about the same thing for 48 hours now, which I do agree with. It's been nothing but a drama for him. But it's because Elton Sawyer brought it back up. Our team won the race because of the pit crew, not the restart. Y'all are just sour. Get over it. So he did say get over it. Then Brandon Azalina, hopefully I said his name right there, said, bro, you jumped the restart, LOL. And Denny Hamlin said, and question mark. And then Brandon comes back at him with, just wanted to make sure you knew, that's all. And Denny Hamlin said, I was there. So Denny's like, I jumped the restart. I don't care. Which is the best thing you can do in that situation. But he should just put on the black cape, put on the black hat, and just be the bad guy, be the villain. Just be happy that so many people are angry that you won. Because like I said, I will say this. Yes, he jumped the restart. We have seen NASCAR miss stuff like this in the past. We've seen NASCAR enforce stuff like this in the past and take wins away from guys like was it Regan Smith with the yellow line rule or whatever? We've seen them take wins away from people. Denny Hamlin with the tape. I mean, that's as minuscule as it gets. And Kyle Busch, I think, lost the second place out of that one too. So we've seen NASCAR take the wins away. We've also seen NASCAR just say, heck, we missed it. So like I said, NASCAR is consistently inconsistent. But I just want to see Denny be the bad guy and be like, yep, we stole the win. Deal with it. I just want to just embrace the role, man. Just be the bad guy, dude. Like you're the guy that's never going to get over it. Just embrace that Ric Flair. Just come out and be the bad guy, and you're there for your fans. And don't worry about the haters talking bad about you. I know it probably gets tedious for Denny Hamlin, people talking bad about him, but you know, it is what it is. Just embrace the role and roll with it, my man. Elton Sawyer, though, back to Elton Sawyer, like that is the poll question. Do you want Elton Sawyer to do all of the interviews for NASCAR from now on? Because apparently Elton Sawyer cannot tell a lie. He's like George Washington cutting down the apple tree there, or the cherry tree or whatever. George Washington cut down a tree and didn't lie about it. So that's Elton Sawyer. The options are yes or no. I didn't give anybody any way to wiggle out this time. So that'll be interesting. I do still want to see the SMT data, but the fact that Elton Sawyer admitted that Denny Hamlin jumped it, and Denny Hamlin looks like he's confirming that he thinks he jumped it too. I still want to see the SMT data, but it's pretty clear that the SMT data is going to show probably that he jumped it there. So I don't know. And the other question from this is, of course, does NASCAR need to make this an automated deal, right? Where you make the restart zone, it's still a zone, right? You still got to have the two lines there, but do you automate that zone? And if somebody hits the gas before that, like they do on pit road with speeding, right? If somebody hits the gas before that, you have to penalize them. The other thing that is going overlooked, since we're going to scrutinize this, and like I said, the only reason this is a big deal is because Denny Hamlin won, and people hate Denny Hamlin. If somebody else had won, this might not even be an issue. We might be talking about how great Chase Elliott or Dale Earnhardt Jr. or insert whatever driver you pull for. We'd be talking about how great their reflexes are, right? So it becomes a bigger deal because more people than not dislike Denny Hamlin. So that's a huge part of it as well. Let's not pretend like it's not. But that being said, going forward, do we want to take the judgment call out of this? And if we do take the judgment call out of it, I do got some thoughts on that, because if you're going to enforce that very tightly, you need to enforce what Martin Truex Jr. and Joey Logano was doing very tightly too, because they were hanging back to get a rolling start, which would actually give the second and third place cars the advantage there on a restart. So I'm all for it. Okay, let's enforce it. Let's stay on top of it from here on out. I'm with you guys on that. I don't think anybody disagrees with that. But as a caveat to that, I want to see the guys that are laying back and getting a rolling start, a faster rolling start than the leader who earned the lead. The leader should always have the advantage. But these guys laying back and getting a rolling start to get the advantage. So technically, you can, if you want to throw out Denny Hamlin, you can throw out a few people there, and Kyle Larson gets the win. So I mean, there you go. Or you can throw out everybody all the way to 11th place, and Josh Berry gets the win. However you want to do it, you know what I'm saying? So like, we can't just cherry pick what Denny Hamlin did wrong, because Martin Truex laying back and Joey Logano laying back too. That is an issue. NASCAR needs to just police the games on the restarts very tightly. And we didn't have a problem with this in the 90s, because in the 90s and stuff like that, it was single file restarts. And you had the lap cars on the inside, so there's no real comparison, because I think somebody will go Rain Man over here and tell me when they changed it to double file restarts. Probably late 90s, early 2000s. They went double file restarts, but 80s and 90s they had the single file restart. The lap cars were on the inside, so we don't really have historically anything to compare this to with the playing the games on the restarts. We guys laying back. So that was I guess the big story. But another big story came out. Austin Dillon is getting a new old crew chief. Justin Alexander is going to join back up with Austin Dillon. I want to say all of Austin Dillon's wins have come with is it Justin or Jason? I think so. I want to say all four of Austin Dillon's wins have come with him off the top of my head. And the other big story is just a bunch of gossip and rumors. But apparently people think that Stewart-Haas Racing could sell a charter. That's been floated out there, I think, by Adam Stern. So we'll have to see whether or not that comes true or not. But there's only so much drama I can handle. This has become NASCAR drama alert this week. So we'll see how that plays out as well, because I don't necessarily know that Stewart-Haas is going to sell a charter. Or does Dale Jr. buy into them? The Stewart-Haas, which I think is what is going to happen, is Stewart-Haas will go to Chevrolet. If Stewart-Haas goes to Chevrolet, will Dale Earnhardt Jr. buy into them then? Then will it become Earnhardt, Stewart-Haas? You can see a configuration of that. Then there's the rumors, of course, that 2311 will buy it, that Colleague would buy it, or that Trackhouse would buy it. So all kinds of stuff floating out there, whether or not Stewart-Haas downsizes a little bit to get better, essentially. So that's just all kinds of stuff going on. But this is Tuesday, so let's jump into what you guys want to talk about. Guys,